what's up, everybody? Welcome to Vibing with Sleezy, the podcast. This is season 7, episode 8. I want to thank everybody for listening. It's been a great season so far. I've had some great special guests, and we are rocking and rolling through this season. The weather is beautiful. It's in the 70s now, almost got to the 80s, so fuck the cold. I think it's finally moved out of the picture, and it's March Madness time. College basketball is rolling. And so Louisville just got knocked out today by Michigan State. Kentucky's got a big game tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to watching that. But overall, March Madness is rolling on, and Michigan got the win today, so they keep moving forward. But my special guest for this episode is Doug K. He's been on the show before. Welcome, Doug.
What's up? What's up?
How you been doing?
I've been good, man. I've been good.
Dude, good, good. So I'm glad to have you on the show. Like I said, you've been on the show before. Something that you and I have really been talking about a lot, that we've also felt like we've connected over the years about is collecting of all sorts,
Oh
but
yeah.
mainly sports cards here as of late. And I have a sports card collection, so do you. And we have kind of studied the game, and once you kind of talk about cards and get around cards, it gets into your phone and algorithm, and then you start watching sports card content, and then you're in stores and
Oh yeah.
you notice things. So we got a lot to talk about on that. I feel like that's what a lot of this episode will be about, but we'll talk about different things. And currently, right now, we're watching March Madness. This episode will probably come out a week after this had happened, but Duke right now is up 29-23 against TCU. So basketball is rolling. But Doug, so you collect mainly baseball, correct?
If we're talking about cards, then yeah, just
Mhm.
baseball and like a little bit of Pokemon and some basketball. And that's about it, really.
Yeah, so I feel like it's always good to have a variety. I try to always bank on what's relevant. I've done it since I was younger, where, like we were talking off air, Caitlin Clark and Paul Skeens and LA De La Cruz, like, and you've also done that with Michael Jordan and Shohei. Like, we all try to bank on what's hot because we know if we secure it, there could be value and it could be a quick flip. It could be something you sit on for a long time. Um, Something I didn't mention while we were discussing collectibles, I actually went into, because retail, it's always hit or miss. It can
Yeah.
be
Okay.
absolutely destroyed
Oh yeah.
or it can be organized as fuck.
Oh yeah.
So I go into Myers by me on Hurstbourne, and I notice that the cards are ransacked. There's no cards, but there's a random little tiny figurines of players.
Yeah.
And I just said, I'm looking at it, and I noticed that the tag said $5. So I pick up the Shohei Ohtani Dodgers one, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy it for $5. I think I can flip it. Couldn't even find any online. I take it up front. It rings for 20. I look at the guy, I go, I don't want this. I'm not paying 20. It was $5. It's some young kid. He goes, boop, 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 boop. $5. Okay, so I take it home. I was like, shout out to that kid, Myers Hurstbourne. But anyways, I go home and I list on eBay. I ended up flipping it for $20. And what's hilarious about it is, it's like I could have, like, as a sports car collector, as an enthusiast, I could have given up. I could have said, "Oh fuck it, there's no cards, moving on, storage rank." But I'm telling you, I dug and I found that little gem. Um, but when you're looking for cards when you go out, what do you like to look for? What are your brands that you like to look for, or what is it something that just what you're feeling that day, or are you trying to buy more blasters, or are you trying to buy more inserts?
I mean, it's tough because I do love opening packs. I love ripping packs. I think we all do. I think everyone who is into buying cards, it just loves opening up, ripping that foil and pulling the cards out and flipping through them, and But it's tough because at the heart of it, I know that buying blasters and hobby boxes and stuff like that is essentially just gambling. Um, But I do. I love it. So I try to buy more singles these days because I'm
Mhm.
trying not to, have just a shitload of bulk,
Yeah.
kind of around. Um, and I guess like in terms of like brands and stuff, I mean, Tops is obviously the go.
Hmm.
But I mean, I like a lot of when I like a, well, I think the thing about sports cards that I do a little bit differently than a lot of people is like I'm more into like older stuff,
Yeah.
and stuff from like the '90s, that like hardcore junk wax era. Um,
You
like
want to find, you kind of want to find the rare ones that came out during that era too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and like um, and a lot of people aren't looking for that. So like I'm more into like Don Russ and Score and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like or even like Leaf, but
Now, how do you, okay, good pickup right there, Leaf. What do you feel about Leaf? Because let me tell you, from my experience when I was a kid, growing up in that 90s when there was tons of cards and a lot of production, Leaf was relevant around those brands because they released it, but they were similar to a Pacific that didn't always have branding rights, or they would also
yeah,
put out something that was kind of out of the ordinary. Do you feel like Leaf even secures that value? Would you invest in Leaf now?
no, not at
Okay.
all, not
Mhm.
at all. I see videos of people opening these some of these high end Leaf boxes that are guaranteed autos and all this stuff, and it's usually autos of retired players nobody cares about,
Yeah,
or it's like a 10 patch auto booklet again of 10 players that were middling at best. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like you might know them, but you're just like, God damn it. Like I
Yeah,
don't like who wants this? Who's this for? I can't even flip this.
exactly. And see, I haven't bought anything Leaf ever, but I was actually went go back to that Myers on Hurstbourne. I went to Myers on Hurstbourne. Oh, right now we're watching the Duke TCU game.
Motherfucker's crying.
Little, he's bleeding. He's
Yeah.
pouring blood.
I mean, it's just
This
who
TCU
knows?
guy, the star player there for him, man, he got Punch. His name is Punch. He got, let's see what happens
He got
here.
knocked in the
Yeah, he
nose.
got knocked in the nose. I don't even think he realized he was bleeding there yet. But anyways, so I was going through Myers, and there was a clearance. They have this sticker that the sports card vendor partners with Myers, and they slap on there, get it at a low price of
Oh,
$5
I
or
know.
9.99.
It's like
That
the
should,
panini
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
It's like
it's terrible
here's
stuff.
a blaster box for $15, and it's literally a bunch of shit.
And it's players that have faded or don't have that value anymore. So at that time, I got a Leaf box, and this was still where Kenny Pickett still could have played, and I pulled a rookie. And actually, when I was going through doing cards here yesterday, I'm flipping that Kenny Pickett, but it's funny. It's like that's probably the only Leaf card I have, and it was a beautiful card. But the more I look at it, I just really don't like Leaf as a product. And I just don't think as a value. And here's what I noticed too. I like to watch just for fun. I'll watch on when I used to have TikTok, don't have it anymore, but when on eBay and on even these what apps, when you watch these people, they do these auctions where they'll put the cards up and people will bid on it.
Oh, on
What
whatnot?
on whatnot, and
Yeah.
eBay's doing live video selling now too, and
Huh.
they'll stick the cards up. But here's the thing: some of these sports card collectors, they're only selling that Leaf product and
But,
it's cheap. And these people are still
well,
bidding
yeah,
$20+, $30+.
it's like a
It's
good way to
crazy.
like bulk up if you like want autos and stuff, I guess. Or
I mean, I think that's really the only route you could really look at it as because
it's like who's buying base leaf?
nobody, I don't think anybody is. And if you are, you're really just
You're
building
farmed
for your
up.
PC.
You're really,
You're,
yeah,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yeah.
that's all you're
Building for
doing.
PC for
That,
sure.
yeah, because here's the deal: personal collection is always important. Everyone's going to keep the cards that they want to keep. Me, you, everybody. But sometimes you got to realize not everything, even when you have mass cards on PC, it's not going to be making a lot of value.
Yeah,
I still love Upper Deck. I know it's the brand of the old age, but I loved
yeah.
Upper Deck old stuff growing up. That was huge for me. And Jordan, we were talking about this off air. Jordan, Tiger Woods cards still for Upper Deck are going for tons of value. And what's crazy too is like that brand, they really did secure the big stars. I think even they had a big push with Derek Jeter. So I always loved Upper Deck. I loved some of the special things they did. And what's
I
something
mean,
that the
yes,
lunch boxes were dope. We were talking
yeah,
about that, the
yeah.
Jordan Retro.
Well, I mean, some of the most valuable like rookie cards are Upper Deck. I mean,
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
Ken Griffey's in Upper Deck.
Upper Deck's there. Yeah.
That '89 card, the iconic one, you know what I mean? And the Jordan is like there's some pretty iconic Jordan cards, and I'm pretty sure that the like you said the Jeter,
Yeah.
what is it, 95?
Yeah, I believe
That
so.
that 95 card was
Yeah.
yeah.
He was, and the thing about with Derek Jeter is like he has such a value in that New York market. We are actually recording this episode very close to Through the Decade sports cards, and I'm not plugging them. We're just here in the Louisville, Kentucky market. We used to have a lot of sports cards stores around here. There was one on Beulah Church Road. There was Superb Collectibles. That was my childhood store in Fern Creek. It's now a motorcycle shop, but it was a blue building. And then you had a little sports car NASCAR shop in J Town, in the heart of J Town, kind of in Gaslight Square. Easton Sports Cars was in Champions Baseball Complex. And then you had Louisville Sports Cards. But then this guy, Alex, he built Through the Decades. Now you have Gordon, who had a sports card shop in Buchel. So at one time, Louisville really had a huge sports car market. Now it's kind of down to two main players, Louisville versus Through the
There
Decades.
is a new shop that I just came across the other day that called the Oldham County Sports Cards. I
That's
don't.
cool that they did
Yeah, I was
that.
like, I don't
That's
know if
good
you've
for that
ever
area.
been. They're
No, I haven't.
also I don't. It's not a plug. I've never been in there. I've driven past it, but it's on 22.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, like right there in like Crestwood.
that would be a cool place to check out
Yeah,
because I always, to be honest with you, I always want to support the local card shops, and I'm a
it
collector, so
seems
I'd
new.
love to stop. Yeah, I'd
It
love to
seems
check
new.
that
Yeah.
out. I feel like with sports card shops, they're great for any community, any place I go visit. When I'm visiting friends, family, or on vacation, or just work, I always try to pop in the sports card shop, or if I'm killing time going through a store, I pop in the sports card section. Um,
Do you feel awkward going into a sports card store and leaving without buying anything?
Sometimes, but it's only if I feel more awkward if I never make conversation with the guys in there and I walk out. Because the way I feel, those sports card shops, especially in towns where it's the only card shop, like Hendersonville, Tennessee, they have their homebodies that are in the middle of their sports card shop. It's called Pops, and they're sitting there and they're popping through cards and looking, opening boxes. And I love it. It's a great culture. They got collectibles everywhere, but you go to buy a pack, you can talk to people. But I feel like if you just kind of look through and then walk out, I mean, it's you have the right as a
Hmm.
as a
Yeah,
person,
yeah,
but
yeah.
at the end of the day, I think for the store owner, it kind of does look awkward and also kind of looks suspicious because they're so paranoid because they have so much value in these stores.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean, all this stuff is a value sealed up. You sit on it, you sell it now. I mean,
I
I
guess
don't care what anybody says. The collector market right now is through the roof. So I do feel the awkwardness, but if I make that connection, I talk and I kind of share what my whole point of being in the area and being in the store is, I feel at that point I got the freedom to go in or out. And to be honest,
yeah.
if I do talk to them, I'm more reckon to buy something.
I guess I asked because I feel weird not buying something.
Yeah, it does feel strange because
And basically
you
by
feel
that
like
I
you're
mean
window
I've
shopping
never
almost.
like left without buying at least like a $5 card or a pack of cards or something like
And
that.
here's the deal, though. Why not? I mean, that's the point of going in. It's the adrenaline rush. I'm the same way, dude. I sat there the other day, and I literally, this is what I did. I had a Subway gift card. Okay, I'm bored. I was sitting at home. I was off that day. I drive down the road, Taylorsville Road, and I hit the subway. Get my dinner. Eat in the car real quick. I'm hungry. Then what do? Okay, I pop in Target and I go and I like literally buy a pack of the FIFA World Cup guy. I buy a sports card binder.
Yeah.
Hit those shops. Then I go to Walgreens, buy sports cards there. Then I go to Kroger and just to see what their collector thing looked like. They had some wrestling figurines, some other stuff. So it's fun to go and do that stuff. And even though, yeah, I don't want to spend the money sometimes, it's like
Oh, if it's
I
somewhere
feel like
like
what I can do. I feel
Kroger,
like I
Target,
can
I don't
make.
care.
Yeah, I
But
feel like I can make the value from it.
it's really just the
The
like
card shops.
the local small card shops, especially somewhere like LCS where like
Well, do you
or
feel more
LFC
awkward
or
flipping through
whatever.
them? Like, do you feel
No, I
and
don't feel
then you
awkward
walk?
like flipping through them. It's more just like this is a very small bit place. It's a small business. It's local. I'm here a lot.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And like, and I mean, I don't know. It just, I just, it's, I guess it's also like the punk ethics in me where I'm like, I need to like support
yeah.
this small business. You know what I mean?
Well,
This
you never
local.
know how far that $5 card you bought
Yeah,
goes,
that's true. Yeah.
because to be honest with you, a lot of the sports cards I really noticed, no matter where you're at a store or a market or wherever, it's like, or a show, it's like the confidence build. It's like, oh, man, I haven't sold shit all day. Oh, you know what? That guy bought that $5,
Yeah.
Josh Giddey card or something. So it's like, you just think about what you can actually move or flip, and then it kind of builds that confidence. And sometimes, we've talked about how it's nice to like not only support, but two, it's like I feel like nowadays the way you can really support a sports card shop without even stepping foot in it or buying a card from it is using their social media.
Yeah.
And that's how I've learned about a lot of these stores, like Grand Slam Collectibles in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I did not realize how he upgraded the store with these Shohei cells. There's also a guy named Brian who I don't have his last name, but he's actually making a special kind of like frame case for your sports card that almost looks like it's a graded card already. And he travels around the
Cool.
United States trying to push these cases on selling these cards like where and then what he does is what I love is that he looks around the counters and he buys packs for everybody and goes, who wants to open a pack? And and he's looking for old wax and different things like
Yeah.
that. So he's a cool collector,
That's
but
pretty cool.
it is neat seeing all the card shops as he travels and what people do. I love this. There's one sports card shop. I don't know exactly where it's at, but I saw it. They got this spinning glass display that you would almost see at like a pawn
Oh,
shop
oh, I've
or
seen this.
yes, and
I
you
have seen
and
this.
you
Yes.
and you pull like
Pull like a number or
a
something.
number
Yeah.
and you match it to the card that's in
Yeah.
there and it's graded tens and you could get a
Yeah.
LeBron James. You could also get just a
Yep.
random card, but most of them have value and what you're doing. I believe it. If you spend a certain amount, you might even get like three pulls out of that thing.
Yeah.
So, and they just refill it with
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah. I would. I mean, honestly, I would love to know where that place is.
That place, that looks like such an incredible feature. And that's what I love. If you can go into a card shop and get like a wheel spin or something like that, what was really cool, one of my favorite card shops, Superb Collectibles, I loved growing up because they had everything. And that was my shop I really, really grew up on. But Easton Collectibles inside the Champions Baseball Academy, this guy, I don't know his name, but he ended up opening that store in about three to four different locations. I think he left the game, came back to the game, left the game, came back. And I remember when we were at baseball camp, all the kids would leave baseball camp and we hit Easton sports cards there that was in the corner and you buy cards and he'd have Buffalo Wild Wings. And I remember you go in there and you buy Buffalo Wild Wings and you'd buy a couple packs and a couple inserts. And it was so affordable back then too. Sports cards were really a good affordable price for family and for people because things were sold where people were grocery shopping
Yeah.
and things, but also too when you hit these sports card shops, they were selling a lot of stuff at mainly retail because the way they were doing it, just like when you have a Budweiser rep and they sell you beer to sell to the masses, you same thing. Upper deck guy would come in, hey, what do you want to get? Hey, we got this. Then the panini guy come in, the tops. And you don't even think about that as a kid when the collector's game. And now that it's all online
Yeah.
and they're talking about brands and everything that's going on, that's all you think about now.
Yeah, so I didn't grow up with sports cards. My I had I guess my intro to sports cards was at baseball camp.
Oh, okay.
You were talking about them being affordable, and it made me like remember that like they were affordable to the point where when I was away at baseball camp, like basically now I admit that like I look back on it and going to baseball camp at Williamsport, where the Little League World Series is, basically me and every other child there comes from like a privileged family to some degree, you know what I'm saying?
So you didn't even
But
think about it at that time,
yeah, I didn't even think about it at that time, you know what I'm saying? I'm spending a week there every summer and
which is a beautiful place for baseball.
yeah, it was crazy playing there as a kid, you know what I'm saying?
That's a blessing, bro.
But sports cards being affordable was like to the point where like me and basically every other kid at this camp would go to the canteen every night and just buy 6, 7, 8 packs of baseball cards a piece. And like the camp itself is like buying cases of hobby boxes because kids are going through them all summer long. And like we're just all like passing around, like trading cards, and people are pulling autos and bat cards and jersey cards. And, this is like 2002.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 2003. So like nothing's worth anything, you know what I'm saying? Because it's also insanely affordable.
Yes.
But yeah, it's
But it was the rush and it
yeah,
was the fun. And
yeah.
to be honest with you, like those, some of that stuff might be worth anything, but at the end of the day, when you sell them the masses, it is.
Oh, for sure.
And people nowadays just want stuff that's older. So
Hmm.
but that was a good time, and I think those places knew what they were doing, and it brought the kids together, brought people together, trading and dealing, and same thing with Pokemon, man. I mean, when Pokemon came out in
Yeah.
'99, I mean, for not it didn't come out in '99, but that year
It's like
was
when it hit like
huge.
America.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a
it
big
was
one.
like everyone was trading
Oh,
and
dude, I
dealing.
was big into Pokemon when I was. I guess like that was like my childhood sports cards was like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really know that baseball cards. I knew that they were a thing, you know what I mean? But they weren't really like on my radar as a kid until I was around it at baseball camp. But before that, there was Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh was heavy in rotation.
Oh
My
yeah.
parents, my parents supported it and hated it all at the same time. I remember being like 9 years old, and my grandfather passed, and he left me, like $100 to like do whatever I wanted with.
Yeah.
And I told my mom and dad, I was like, I want to buy this hollow Charizard card. And this Charizard card was at the like comic shop that sold Pokemon cards, and it was $100 exactly. I was like, I have $100 bill. I'm gonna buy this Charizard. My mom was like, the hell you are. And my dad's like, let him buy it. It's literally not going to matter. And I ended up buying it. That Charizard has long gone. It's probably worth, a bit now. I don't think
Yeah.
it was a first edition or
Mm.
anything like it. It wouldn't be worth like any life-changing amount of money, but it definitely is worth more than that $100 I paid for it.
100%. And what's crazy about that you say that is that with Pokemon, I remember my cul-de-sac was this kid Brick, this kid Sean, and this Korean kid named Sao. And he basically sat, he had a green roof. He was the only house in the neighborhood with a green roof. And I remember he had Pokemon stuff. And I remember I traded him some kind of card, and he gave me like a Mewtwo figurine and some other cards. and then this other kid tried to wheel in a Charizard, and then I went all in with my Mewtwo figurine. It just got to a point where we were all just going back and forth, and then it got to a point where like we all sat there and we're like, okay, we're all satisfied. We all go inside. And then
Yeah.
like the next day, more fucking deals are being made and
Oh yeah.
maneuvered. And then it's like it's school too. They got to the point where school had to realize that like this is a lot bigger than what they got. And around that time, you got to think Beanie Babies, Pokemon. That shit got into the schools. People were trading,
Oh yeah.
dealing stuff. People are getting shit stolen. I mean, it just got to a point where you had to be involved with it because it's like it's what everyone talked about, but it's like how far are you involved with it?
Did you ever get fleeced by an older kid
I only
in a
did,
trade? Because
and
I did.
I only did in regards of with some like figurine stuff,
Yeah.
and it was a kid on my bus. But I will say this: I don't think I've ever been like fleeced by an older kid on like selling some. But what I did get fleeced on, this kid had the Marshall Mathers LP, and I wanted to listen to it so bad because I was an Eminem fan. But I was like a seventh grader. He's an eighth grader. Not seventh grader. I'm sorry. I'm a fourth grader. He's a fifth grader, and he had it in a CD player, and I really wanted to listen to it.
Yeah.
So I remember a couple of times he'd be like, "If you do my math homework, I'll let you listen to the whole album." And I'd be listening to the album while I do his math homework, and I remember like that kind of shit. But it was just because like that was like probably the only time, and then maybe that was even I think that was third grade. And then whenever the martial art piece dropped, and I just remember him being older, and it was like not like I never got bullied or nothing, but it was just like, hey, you do this, you get to listen to the album. And I remember, man, I knew every word at that point.
So I got fleeced on a card
Yeah.
by a kid that was a lot older than me.
Oh
I was
shit.
probably in middle school and he was like probably in high school, maybe like 19, 18,
Yeah.
19. Uh, I was at the Books A Million playing Yu-Gi-Oh. That's my dad would take me to the Books A Million in the mall and I'd go play Yu-Gi-Oh in the
I
back
love
where
Books a Million.
yeah, back there by the magazine racks and everything, kids and I guess 18, 19-year olds would be in there sitting on the floor playing Pokemon
Yeah.
and Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. And I remember I pulled this it was a polymerization card in Yu-Gi-Oh, which was like a card that like you could take two other like monsters and bind them together essentially, right?
Okay.
And you needed this card to be able to do that. Now, the English version of this card was like insanely rare. At least, like I remember everyone in my middle school being like, "Oh my god, you need a polymerization card," and
Yeah.
I ended up pulling one, and I was like, "Oh, this is fucking crazy!"
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the front seat of my dad's car, losing it,
Mm.
being like, this is gonna change my life."
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then immediately we go to like not immediately, but like that weekend go to play Yu-Gi-Oh at the Books a Million. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm like, look at this polymerization card I got. And some older kids just like, oh, fuck, like he eyed it like so hard. He's like, oh, that's mine.
Yeah. Mm.
He's like, that's mine. And he was like, you want to make a trade? What about this card? The art sick, right? It's cooler than that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know what? You're right.
Oh no, no. Like damn
and
it.
and like hindsight being like 2020, like immediately I was like, wait, the card that he traded me for, I need that card to use.
Yeah.
Like this is a card that you have to have three cards to use. And now I don't have any of those.
Oh
I
shit.
was like, this is fucked.
Dude, that's what people do, man. I know a buddy of mine, he's really involved with Pokemon with his son, and I think he does a good job. Like his son has really built a strong collection. But I keep telling him like there's some things I think he just needs to flip and move because I think he doesn't realize sometimes what he has, and I don't want him to like lowball. But yeah, dude, I remember I found to this day it's kind of crazy. I do wish I have no regrets because I've sold a lot of Pokemon and sports cards over the years, but the one card that I did find, I found a Articuno holographic, in a binder, and I took it to a Fairdale, Kentucky sports card or trading card shop. It's like a Pokemon Magic
Yeah.
comic book, like Dungeons and Dragons store, and they met me. They're appointment only, and I met with a guy and a girl, and they looked at that Articuno, and I'm talking. They looked at it for a good 10 minutes, and then I
Probably trying to
walked.
figure out if it was real or not.
And when I walked around the store, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then I go back, and they offered me like $85. And here's the deal: at that time, I took it. I thought this is a fair deal. I just found this Articuno, but I look back, and it's like I don't know if that value would have went up. I don't know,
Yeah.
what the flipping rate, but I do feel like if I had more of them, I probably wouldn't have gone that route. But with that individual flip,
Yeah.
sometimes it's not bad just taking the money on those.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Pokemon is tough because especially the early ones, because when we were kids, nobody cared about any of it. Well, not that nobody cared about any of it, but like we were just like running around with them loose. You know what I'm saying? No one was putting them in top loaders or anything like
No,
that, or card sleeves. Like nobody was like keeping them nice. You basically just had like a big brick of Pokemon cards that you would like go to school with, throw in your backpack, and trade it
your
around.
binder get fucked up.
It gets like or in a binder or whatever, and it's just like it's got scratches all
Mm-hmm.
over it and stuff like that. So the value is like so it's tough. You know what I
It
mean?
is tough. And to be honest, those first generation cards, it's like it's what I want. But dude, you look right now and you could see like, for example, like a fucking Pidgey for, it's graded like even it's graded 10, it's that first generation, it's still like $50, and then
Yeah,
like the shit keeps going
but I
up.
mean at that rate you probably you spent close to $50 to get it graded
You
at
get a
that
grade
rate. You know
anyways.
what I'm
And then
saying?
but
So
then you're
like
holographic. It's just crazy those first generation cards. I don't think we realize how much the value would be now. Like it is
oh yeah,
tremendous on
if
those.
like if I could like go back in time and be like, look kid,
Yeah.
don't be a fucking idiot. Put
Hmm.
it in a top loader and just I don't know, put it in a binder, put it in a box, put it away somewhere. Just or even don't open it. Don't open it.
I agree.
Those like first gen Pokemon, the booster boxes with
Yeah.
like the 36 packs.
That had magic on it or whatever,
Y-
whatever that brand was, or the
Oh, the islands of the
yeah, Islands. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, whatever. You know how much
yeah.
those cost now?
Like 100,000, right? Or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
yeah,
It's like life changing money. And so what
yeah.
what I think it
Just
is
don't open it. It's
well,
not worth the most expensive card inside of it, like ungraded, is like $300. I think that's the Charizard.
and see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yes, we all wish that we could have kept them sealed and stuff, but now, like you and I were talking off air, it is kind of the way to go now that, yes, it's fun to rip open. Yes, it's the way to do it. But if you're really going to collect now and you're not buying a solo card or if you just want to rip packs, you just want to rip packs. But if you're not, you kind of want to just buy this shit, even sports or Pokemon, keep it sealed,
Hmm.
and then keep it for 10 to 20 years. And here's the deal.
It's kind of the move,
Does
yeah.
it does it suck sitting on something that long? Hell yeah, it just takes up space, you're
It
tempted,
just like
you want to
eats
open
away
it.
at you. Like,
Yeah.
what's inside of it?
Yeah, it's like, is there a Shohei? What is there? Like, is there a Charizard? It's just at the end of the day though, if you can just buy at least like two of each, open two of them, and then keep the other two. Just do it however you want. But if you sit on it for 10 years, you can make value. If you sit on it for 20 years, you make value. It's because people are looking for that thing. They're
Oh,
looking
and
for it new where they can't find it anymore.
well, like these days, everything is like selling out because of all these breakers buying cases and cases and cases and like that's the new thing. Like nobody's like buying just like a box or two. Well, I mean people are like regular people are, but like the fact that so many like stores can't get allocations because breakers come first. You know what I'm saying? So like you're right, sitting on it in 10 years is like is smart as fuck because all of it's getting opened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And a breaker, to be honest with you, a breaker would probably actually buy that box from you 10 to 20 years from there
Hmm.
because I don't see that business going away. And people actually
I
sit and
fucking
do
hope it goes
breakers
away.
daily.
I really hope it goes
I
away.
do too because they monopolize the market. And I also want the assholes that even fuck up retail. People don't realize retail is very affordable for a lot of people that can't afford hobby. And retail also does have some value if you pull a certain player. But it's like give don't ransack retail. If you are going to go to retail, you don't ransack the fucking vitamin aisle or the fucking bananas or the fucking granola bars. You fucking ransack the card section. Just pick up what the fuck you want and get the fuck out of the aisle. It's not that hard. So I just feel like if you show more respect to that realm, and also too, it's like leave some for somebody as well. Like
Yeah, like
it's
don't like fill up your shopping cart. Just buy a box or two.
yeah, just realize too that like there's other people in that position trying to go for it. Yeah, if you get lucky and you feel like, oh, I beat out the other guy, so I have the fair right to get this over them, so be it. But yeah, just don't take the last box if unless it is just the last box. Like don't take five and you see somebody walking up and they're like, fuck. And it's like,
I mean, that's
you
all you
know,
see on Instagram,
yeah,
basically, is people doing that. And my favorite thing is watching the scalpers like go into like Target and try and buy all of their product, and then like the employees are like shutting them down. Basically, they're just like, I don't care about you. Like,
exactly.
I'm not gonna do this for you just because you're like making a big scene.
Well, Target
Like,
is
you can
big.
have your two boxes and you can get the fuck out, basically.
Well, see, Target hires so many different people, and there's collectors that work for Target, and some of them are like, "Hey, I'll take it off the shelf and put it. I'll
Oh
buy it
yeah,
after
those
work
people are
instead of
evil.
yeah." And and they know what they're doing, and
Yeah.
so it's like those people too. They'll do it as well. So there's all kinds of people strategically doing it, and that's where you sometimes have to be super quick on the draw, but you also too kind of got to watch your surroundings because you sit it down, tie your shoe or something. It's like
Oh, I've had
that
that
box
happen
is
to me
dipped.
before at Meyer. I've had that happen.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Like I was like, kind of like, should I buy this? And then I had two, and it was the last two, and I put one down. And then I was like, I walked away, and then I was like, I'm gonna go get it.
Mm,
It's gone immediately.
yeah.
I was like, because there was like another dude like floating around him, you know what I'm saying? And then like as soon as I turned around, he was like, "Mine, motherfucker!"
It's like a shark, dude, in water, and that's what's crazy. It's like when Myers would used to always put an end cap of cards, and then they would put on an aisle, or they would build a section. And right now, guys, Houston and Duke are up right now at half. But watching Charles Barkley talk to an animatronic basketball
With a face
and with a face, and
and a
it's some of the
tiara.
creepiest shit I've
Tiara.
ever seen because we got it on mute, and I feel like this is
It's
some
strange.
fucked up
It's
shit. This
weird.
is strange. This is like
It kind of looks like ET.
it's like ET is a basketball with a tiara on. It's like
Yeah, it's very weird.
supposed to be a Cinderella deal.
It feels
It's
like a
just
fever.
weird.
It feels like a fever dream.
Even Charles Barkley feels freaking. I am freaked the fuck out.
Like this
It's
is
called Old Ball.
old
That's the name.
ball.
Yeah, fuck
I got
that.
two old balls.
They're trying to use this. AT&T has got this push to use James Naismith. It's the comedian, like, and now Andy Katz has picked up the ball,
I hope he's gonna make a
and
second mom.
he it literally could give you the perfect blowjob. This fucking basketball, but it won't even deflate. It's old and part. It's still talking,
Yeah,
and no one is freaked out. It.
I would
I
definitely
wish people
just.
could see this basketball. Look up the CBS March Madness basketball. This episode will come out in a week, so check it out. It's called Old Ball on the set. Wow, AT&T, you are
Oh,
wild for
it's
this sponsor. It's still talking.
it's gonna suck him off.
It is. It is still fucking talking. This Old Ball.
If he doesn't even like pretend to like force it into his lap, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm just gonna be mad.
I hope if he doesn't do it on air, he's doing it off air
He's
for
doing it
knowledge.
off air, yeah, for like Charles Barkley. like
Oh
where's
my
Shaq?
god.
Shaq would definitely fucking
Oh,
face fuck that
sure,
thing.
sure, dude.
He would
That ball would
definitely.
explode, dude.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit.
And look, they're still
They're still
watching this
talking
thing
to this
talk.
thing.
Hold on, guys. I just want to see if we can hear it talk real quick. They'll be here, and we want to thank all.
Oh,
He
we
said,
just
we
ran.
just. Oh, oh, it's got a normal,
It
crazy
just
voice.
has a normal human
And they're
voice.
fucking talking to this thing like it's a living person.
That's
Old ball.
weird.
They called it OB.
It's
Wow.
literally just like an intern
18.
backstage,
Yeah, it is,
like
dude.
on mic. They were like, "We need you. Step in, motherfucker."
Oh my gosh, that's some of the crazy shit. And also these things, another AT&T marketing campaign.
Dude, is
Blake
Blake
Griffin.
Griffin? Is he just bored? What's his
Well,
deal?
he is now an NBA analyst on with
Oh,
Amazon, but he's doing a lot of marketing stuff. He is funny. He's got a comedy humor, but this guy's like awkward,
his name
and
is Joe
it's their new
something.
March Madness
He's
deal.
a comedian.
Yeah, they're like doing like a back and forth, and then you got the guy who I believe was on Saturday Night Live at
Joe
one
Mandy,
time.
that's his
Yeah,
name.
there's like another guy off air that was like he's been in a lot of the commercials, but
Yeah.
college basketball is getting they got NIL and a lot of these players get these marketing deals, so you'll see them on these game commercials and stuff,
I'm
which is
gonna be
pretty
honest.
cool.
I forgot we were on record there for a second.
No, we're still going, yeah, but no, overall. It's because it's always on this show, fun vibe, go with the flow. You
Oh
never
yeah,
feel
no.
like
I mean,
things are being recorded.
I'm okay with talking about an old basketball sucking off of an equally old man.
Which is Charles Barkley looked so freaked out in that whole
He really
segment.
did.
He was just so
He was
confused,
like, "Get
like
this thing away from
yeah,
me."
because it looks evil. It looks demonic, and I did not like it. I don't think I ever want to see old ball again on
I
TV, but
guarantee you will.
yeah, I will, and also old ball will end up being some kind of sports memorabilia piece people will
Oh,
collect.
100.
I noticed too, in the sports card realm, you know, these player exclusive deals, which like we talked about Upper Deck used to do. It's interesting the players that are getting these, and it's fun to collect them. It's just like you wonder what the selection process that is, and you also wonder too, like what is the direction of some of these things because you know
I want to know
lunch
how
boxes
they.
are still around, but
Yeah,
we need to like what's the future? Not like these balls and figurines and like
yeah,
what is the future around? Is it just again finding autos? What do you believe?
yeah. I don't know. I mean, they put so much weird stuff into cards these days. Like you can get like cleat bottoms and like the I mean, like I guess if we're like talking about value, the thing would be like the what is it, the debut patches?
Yeah,
Those are like the thing. Because I mean, you could probably get like a quote unquote cheap debut patch for like a few $100s. You know what I'm saying? For like someone who didn't really pop. I
now
don't really know what the cheapest would be, but like that would just be a guess.
well, wait. Would the route be get a cheap patch and then connect with that player for more memorabilia?
Maybe, or even just like hold on to it and flip that into other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like turn like just like trading upwards or outwards rather, you know what I'm saying? Like taking that card and trading it for something else of equal value that might be a little bit more desirable, or like trading it for like three or four different, cards that might be a little bit more desirable in a different way, like of a player
Yeah,
that like is still around or someone who's like popping, you know what I mean?
that would be the way to do it because
Because then you can turn those cards into like other trades and then kind of diversify your collection if like that's what you want to do. But I mean, you meant like in like terms of like collecting, right? Like
mhm,
just collecting.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, autos is probably the way to go right now. But at the same time, with the market, you just don't know if they're real. I know that they say top certified, but I'm just like, where's the like,
well
you know what I mean?
there's that
The
big
sticker autos suck. Like,
the big controversy right now is the Tops and Cy Young situation. Tops had a Cy Young
Yeah.
card
Uh-huh.
autograph came out on a
Yep.
card, and
It's too clean.
it's too
It's
clean,
way too
and a
clean.
lot of the experts are saying it's fake,
Yeah.
and now there's an investigation and,
I
and a probably potential lawsuit.
I mean, full
So,
disclosure, I work for a company that does auto pen. Like,
see,
like I know what it looks like. I know how good it can. I know how good and how bad it can look.
and see, and that Cy Young that's controversial right now, the auto that they're looking at, the way it fades out on both tips of like the Y and the G, it also looks like something that would have been kind of more done later down the road. Not in his life, but I'm saying later with
Mhm.
ball players, like the way they sign.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. And now here's the thing: if it is real, it's a hell of a piece, and it probably deserves to be in Cooperstown. But the thing about it is, there is a lot of those players back in the day you don't know because they're not alive, and there's not the only verification is a
It's
lot of this stuff is
it's
shit off
tough.
iPad and
It's
top.
like
Yeah,
word. It's you just have to take their word for it. And it,
you got to take their word for it, but also too, you that's why you want to make sure that like you also in some way, if it is a card that's over 100K value for you that can change your life, just basically change your life,
yeah.
connect with the player.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I don't give a fuck if you have to go to 5 games. Reach out to ownership, just say, listen, I'm not trying to get an auto or meet him. Just tell him I got this card. I want to know, did he sign for top?
Yeah.
Like if you really need a certification, but also too, it's like it's kind of like do your own research too and realize like is this a brand I want to buy a product from?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people got bambboozled back in the day.
I mean,
Like people
Panini is pretty sketchy with a lot of their like stuff.
will see they have a lot of stuff too tied to European market with soccer and
Uh-huh.
worldwide, and you don't know what um
People have pulled out
you
like
don't know what
jersey
stuff too that's
patches and stuff.
international that you know if it's real
Yeah,
either.
that's true. Yeah.
Because a lot of this is it's like where are they manufacturing it? Where are they getting it? And also, too, nowadays, I've seen people in these sports car groups on Facebook. They'll literally make a template and make a one of one card
Oh yeah.
and get it autographed by the player with a lucky just interaction. And that card could be $1 million, like if it was the real one of one.
Mhm.
And these people could scam and get away with that. And that's where the further technology and the further the collector market goes, and people can start creating their own one of ones, it is going to get very, very dangerous. And if you want shit for your PC, that's one thing. But if you're trying to turn this into a business, you're really gonna have to be careful.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, there was a big thing the other year that like a lot of sports memorabilia. There's like this like manifesto that came out. Like I feel like most sports memorabilia out there right now is not legit. Like that's kind of the situation at hand.
Is it because you think the market's hot and scammers see that and they're like, let's try to move stuff that people are interested in, or do you just feel like it's too easy to get away with?
I mean, both. Because there's no like
Well, there's too many certification companies.
the
Number
but
one.
like the thing is like the certification companies are in house. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I we can talk about this more off air, but
Yeah,
there's just
I agree. I can see them being
yeah,
involved with it.
yeah, there's just there's a yeah, I don't know. Well, we yeah, I don't want to talk about this.
No, I got you. No, I got you. I understand. It's just I get what you're
I
saying.
don't want to like I don't want to say anything like that could
Excuse me.
be misconstrued.
No, I totally get it, and yeah, you don't want to slander something, but at the end of the day, I agree that it could be possible that that could happen. I'm not saying that it is, but uh, it it would be that I unfortunately the time to do it is what people would try to bank on. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean the market is insanely hot right now, but I guess there's just like there's no regulation on it. You know
there's
what I'm
it's like
saying?
crypto. I mean, there's no
Yeah, there's
regulation
no
on it,
regulation.
and more of it is like you have about 20 big names, and then people that all go to the national all know each other,
That
and it
yes.
trickles down, and
Yeah.
everyone kind of deals with each other. And you have people that come up on cards, which
Yeah.
what they end up doing is go to like a golden auction house or something where they're splitting the profit with somebody else, and it goes that way. So it's one of these cases where you really have to get that true certification, but it really, you're right. It really needs to tie down to where one company's doing grading, one company's doing certification. I don't care if you have to merge the shit together. I understand you can have multiple people do it, but it's like,
I don't even know about one company, but
but I feel like a good governed process, like just a fair government
there should at least be some like yeah, standards
standard.
of
Yes,
practice, you know
thank
what
you.
I'm saying?
That's what I'm going
Because
for.
like every company like does it differently. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Like some companies use humans, some companies use like an AI or like a computer program or something like that, an algorithm. Like actually taking like photos, like microscope photos of the cards and things like that. Whereas like PSA just uses a person.
Hmm.
You know, a person's looking at it, and they're probably using like the most high end lights and not microscopes, but like magnifying glasses, things like that. But I still think that there's a lot of room for error.
Oh, 100%.
You know,
I think that it's all human error, 100% that can happen, and I think too a lot of it, like you said, you just kind of hope and pray or trust, or you just want to make sure it goes down
yeah,
smoothly. And nowadays too, it's like if you're not going to go that route and get stuff graded or dive too deep into it, it's like just keep it in the best condition you can because
yeah.
someone's going to buy it for some kind of value.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of talk online about how, in the long run, especially right now with like PSA having a lot of like drama and stuff like that around it, you hear a lot of people talking about how Raw is like the way to go.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are cracking their slabs. I mean, you know what I mean? And so I watched a video of it was one of those really high end sport card guys, but they like did a little experiment where they had pulled a Ken Griffey Jr. card. It was the upper deck one, the
Yeah.
98. They pulled it out of the pack because they bought like some boxes or whatever, and they just decided to see what would happen and sent it to a bunch of different grading companies. The same card,
Hmm.
fresh out of a pack. Like they sent it to like Tag, and they said it had been altered, and then they cracked it up on that slab. And they sent it to PSA, and it got like a 6. And then they cracked it out of that slab, and they sent it to Beckett, and it got a different grade. And then they cracked it out of that slab and sent it somewhere else, and then that one like didn't even accept it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, what what's going on?
There is a scam going on, and I feel like it's just
And
the
you pay for
way.
that every time you do that, even if they don't accept it.
Yeah, you're paying money to them, and I feel like too, I feel like you can make just as much money sometimes selling some raw because people are like, okay, I'll get it graded if I need to be. But a lot of people go with these auction houses because they have the credit line and the affordability
Yeah,
to
for sure.
buy the car graded. Because what I'm sorry, I'm little allergies going on. But the main thing is what people don't realize is that when they're sending in their cards, like you and I talked about, it can go up in value so quick, and
Mhm.
then you're paying more money to them to release the card.
Yep.
And if you don't have those funds or an emergency happen, you're in a fucked up situation because you have a deadline, and that card could have changed your life once it's graded, and you don't know who's looking for it in that grade or anybody, even that player, because nowadays players are getting that market. So you just got to be careful sending stuff. Like as soon as you pull something, don't rush to get it graded unless you have your finances together because it could turn into be a nightmare scenario.
It really can.
And literally at that point,
Especially if you're sending
you're
like a
panicking.
bulk order.
Oh, if you send a bulk order and that's a majority of your collection, you're literally fucking yourself because number one, you're taking a big risk sending that many and then taking the risk of like if that
Value
all
going
goes
up.
up in value, thousands of dollars that you don't have. And then at that point too, even if those cards have significant value, you're already in the hole. You
Hmm.
you haven't started positive and now you have to try to sell them to
And
get out of the hole.
that's the other thing is like that where I started where we started this podcast where I was talking about how like buying packs, I love buying packs, but it's a gamble.
Hmm.
Grading is the exact same situation.
It's a gamble.
You go on Sports Card, what was that website we were on? Sports Card Market or whatever,
Yeah.
or TCG Play or whatever, and it shows you the value of like a 10.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And you're like, fuck, this could be a 10. And then you pay the money, you send it in, you get a 6. And it's like, okay, well, I paid $32 to get this back, and now it's a 6, and the 6 is worth $16. So I'm now out $16.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck.
And see, that's what makes the gamble of doing that. And then, like you said, once you sell to somebody, who knows who doesn't want to crack open that slab and then
And then
regrade it.
regrade it. Yeah, exactly. That happens a lot. I mean, people will like buy a low grade slab and pray to God that
They'll get a better
they
grade.
get a better grade from, maybe the person on the other end is having a good day that day.
See, I think that's just too much. I think that's a little bit of a scam. Like, that's just,
I've heard that if you send, because like I've heard that if like when you send in a PSA submission, how you send it in terms of like top to bottom
mhm.
is how they grade it, and each one after that is graded based on the one after that. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
So like if you have a 6 and then this one next to it like also looks like a 6, that one's gonna be a 6 too.
See, it's just, you
Like
can't, you
they
feel like
just
you guess you can't beat the system.
yeah, it's tough. Well, I mean you can if you're an influencer.
Yeah, you're an influencer and
Yeah.
you got the
You
pull.
got pull, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
No, I feel that, dude, because it's just so fucking tough. But man, dude, it's been fun talking to you about cards,
Yeah, no
and
doubt.
I love talking cards. We go for hours about it, and I, of course I'll have you on down the road again. I'll be coming back with season 8 later down in the future. But thanks for coming on here. I
Of course.
feel like cards are hot right now, and I feel like they haven't gone away, and they're just a big deal. If anybody wants to reach out, it's Doug K. Just send him some on Facebook or Terrence McKenna rookie card on Instagram. But BibleandSleazy.com is the website. Bible and Sleazy the podcast, Facebook, Instagram. I want to thank everybody for listening. And here's the deal: if you collect, go support your local card shop. If you don't collect, go check it out. Buy a pack and just see what the fun is about. You might hate it, you might love it. And at the end of the day, most likely, whatever you pull, you'll have some kind of come up, and if it's not come up financially, it's a come up with a
It's
smile.
like a dopamine rush.
Yeah, yeah, you'll be pumped. So,
Yeah.
thank you all for listening. We are out. Peace.